Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome back to our Turkey Euro 2008 qualification series. We are in part 2 of this series, and let me just remind you where we are at with Turkey. So we are third, but only 4 points behind Sweden and 1 point behind Bulgaria. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to catch up Sweden. However, I think I can definitely try to push for that second place position. I'm struggling a tad with Turkey. 3 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss, so it's about average, but I kind of want to be better than that because obviously, it's Turkey 2008 were great, right? And our first match of this video is going to be against Bulgaria. So here we go then. We are at home for this one and we are against Bulgaria. This is a big test for us. We need to beat Bulgaria in order to get that second place spot and hopefully hold it down. But I mean, even if we do beat Bulgaria, it still doesn't make us safe because teams like Moldova and Kazakhstan have actually posed massive problems for us in this series so far. To you, Nihat. Can Nihat have a go? Saved, unfortunately. But we've had a couple of shots already and Turkey look lively. Here we go. Is there a chance here? We scored! Nice one, and that's 1-0. Turkey have taken the lead, and finally, after all the chances we've had, Altintop puts it in for 1-0. Great goal, and the angle was against him as well, and yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Can we keep this going? Good ball. Nihat trying to get into the box here. Crossed in, and off the post. How unfortunate was that? That could have been 2. So that's going to be half time. And the score is 1-0 to Turkey. Good start so far, a lot of shots, the 1 goal. Wouldn't mind another one just to make it more comfortable. But then again, we are trying to duel with the team currently in second place. So, of course, we're kind of out of form as well. So we need to reclaim some of that form. Here we go, Turkey trying to go through, and there we go, there's the second, finally. We've got it, and I believe that might be Nihat. Yeah, it is. Thought it was, and that is 2-0. Breezed on past the Bulgarian defence and smashed it in for 2-0. It's really strange. I can do this against teams like Bulgaria and Sweden, but Kazakhstan and Moldova are like, nope, that ain't gonna happen against us, even though we're like 50 rated players or whatever. Still not gonna happen. It's like, great. Through ball here, and Altintop, that's a third. Turkey are running riot here. What a goal. Just a through ball and he smashed it in from just inside the box. And that is 3-0. Turkey have done so well here. What a bounce back. And that's the first time in this series that we've got 3 goals. So can we continue like this? If Turkey can keep playing like this, then we'll qualify. No problem. But I know it's not going to be like that. Bulgaria have got it. Berbatov, and he scores. That's 3-1. Berbatov has got 1 back for Bulgaria, but I don't think it will matter now as, well, it was a really nice goal. Just passed into the box and tapped in, but yeah, too little, too late. And that's going to be it. We've beaten Bulgaria by 3 goals to 1, and, well, that's a great start for this portion of the campaign. Just past the halfway point now. Can the rest of the video be like that, please? So next up, we have Latvia for our next match. And how come it's always raining in this stadium, especially in Turkey? Like, I thought it was like, decent weather. I'm not saying that it doesn't rain in Turkey, but why is it always nighttime and raining? It's so annoying to play in rain because it does have an effect on the game a little bit. Latvia pushing. And that was a terrible play there by our defence. They just couldn't get rid of it. This is the problem. The 2-star teams and the 1-star teams are actually more problematic than the teams that are rated the same as us. Nihat pushing his way through. Is there anyone to support him? No, there isn't. And that will be an injury. Oh my goodness. One of my best players is out. And oh, it's a penalty. What? How was that a penalty? I thought it was just a normal tackle. It went out for either a goal kick or a corner. Possibly the most random penalty ever. Altintop. Down the middle, it's in. And that is 1-0 to Turkey over Latvia. I didn't actually intend to put it down the middle. I wanted it to the side, but the game didn't recognise it for some reason. Crossed in. And this is just horrific defending. And over the bar. Like, the defending is so, like, weak from Turkey. Out to the wing to Emre. Can he put in a decent ball? He almost did. And again, the headering is just leaving a lot to be desired here. Like, I know we're 1-0 up. I know we're doing okay at the moment, but there's just some elements of Turkey's game that doesn't feel right. I don't know why. Out and top. Can he do anything here? Good save. And that is, again, a limited chance for Turkey. We've barely had anything apart from the penalty. And, oh my goodness, out and top. You need to keep those down. Keep those down. Like, you're right there. That went in. The game would have been comfortable. Oh, this is great play by Latvia. And great save. Our goalkeeper deserves the man of the match at the moment because he has saved us from all these shots coming from Latvia. Here we go. Out and top. Is there a chance here? It's crossed in. And again, the header goes over the bar. Even though you aim it down, like towards the ground, it goes flying over the bar. Good play. They've been playing the ball around so nicely. What they just lack is the goal. And obviously, I'm hoping they don't get it. But here we go, out and top. Last minute of the game. Can he do anything here? No, he's tackled just as I was about to shoot. And this performance has been a bit flat by Turkey, but they've come away with the win here. 1-0 thanks to the penalty. If it weren't for the penalty, we would have drawn. And it would have been very frustrating. But that's a big 3 points. Because obviously it was a hard game. Latvia had more possession, more shots and everything. It felt like we probably should have drawn that game. Look, goalkeeper got man of the match. That's how bad we were up top. So our next match is the one I'm most worried about, is against Kazakhstan. They're just going to be the most irritating team ever, aren't they? Like they always are on this game. No disrespect to Kazakhstan or whatever. They're just like a minnow who's just so overpowered. Out and top, trying to run forward. Is there a chance for Turkey as it's crossed in here and not headed and headed away by Kazakhstan? It just, there's nothing in the 50-50 area. And that's what sucks. Kazakhstan have just meticulously moved the ball around very nicely. Just super good movement. And look at that. What is that all about? Like, you don't need to do that animation. A bit of a nightmare to control the ball here. Absolute nightmare. I don't understand how this game works with the minnows being better than the actual like bigger teams. It makes zero sense. And they almost lobbed my keeper from like what 25 yards out there. I don't understand it. It is funny because it's like, oh, you know, don't like think you can smash these tiny teams. It's, you know, it is funny, but at the same time it is a frustrating feature. Just, I need a random penalty or something. Please, referee, give us a random penalty. Kazakhstan have been the irritating little minnow they have been in this one. They've been very, very annoying. And, you know, they're currently bottom of the table at the moment. Good ball. Is this a chance? Crossed in. And header goes over the bar. Wasteful chances here against Kazakhstan. Again, beat Bulgaria 3-1, who are infinitely better team than Kazakhstan on this game, and yet struggle against Kazakhstan in the game. Into the box, out in top. Go on. Yes! Come on! We've scored late on, and it was a little bit cheesy, but we did it. 86th minute, and out in top is the hero against Kazakhstan. Frustrating little team, but all we had to do is just blaze past them and the shot worked. Come on, that feels better than beating Bulgaria, to be honest with you. What a frustrating team. You have no idea how frustrating it is unless you own the game and you played it yourself. How frustrating it is to play on a harder difficulty such as like world class or even legendary if you're brave enough to do it on this game and try and beat a minnow. It is the most frustrating thing in the world. Like, the bigger teams, I understand it, but the minnows are just like, oh, they're just so overpowered. And we beat Kazakhstan 1-0 in their own backyard, teaching them a lesson not to be irritating. I mean, they almost scored a few chances of their own. They made our goalkeeper flap at some really, really weird things. Alright then, with 3 games left to play, here is how the table is looking like. So, we are in second place with 5-point advantage over Bulgaria, who are chasing us for the battle for second place, I guess. I mean, first place still is up for grabs, but yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. We'll have to beat Sweden in order to get it and win the majority of our last games. There's only 3 games left. So yeah, we'll see. Latvia probably been eliminated from the race for second place just because they have played 1 more game than Sweden and 2 more than the rest of us, so I don't think they can do it. I think it's just down to us 3 here, and even Bulgaria could slip away with 1 more loss. Alright then, so our next match is against Albania. This time we're back at home. Can we beat them in order to secure our second place spot, I'd say? I think this would be the game, or the game after, maybe the game, but again, Albania are a frustrating team as well, just like Kazakhstan. Mehmet Aurelio, oh my goodness, almost a goal from the halfway line. Just unbelievable. Crossed in by Albania and they flick it over the bar. They go for it from distance and it's Turkey's defence are just like so passenger-like. They're not doing anything. They just can't tackle to save the team. Just feels like we're getting lucky, and we have a good goalkeeper in there as well. That's why we haven't conceded so many goals. Here come Albania again, and here comes Kana for Albania. Nobody wants to tackle him. It's just insane how bad our defence is at just locking down. It just sucks. But here comes out on top. Is there a chance for him to maybe put it in? There is, and basically, we just counter-attacked Albania and tapped it in, and that is 1-0 just before half-time. I'm happy with the goal scoring, in a sense, but just defenders are just so flimsy. So it's half-time, and Turkey are leading by 1-0. Can we get more goals in the second half? Nihat, he's just got through. Is there a chance for Nihat? There is! It's 2-0, and, well, we're comfortably ahead against Albania now. 50th minute, Nihat has scored to make it 2-0, and I can feel Turkey are on qualification horizon. I think 1 more game should do it, unless Bulgaria lose in between that time, then of course we'll go through with no problem. Header by Albania, that's gone in. A goalkeeper didn't even want to do anything about that, and that's 2-1. Well, why did the goalkeeper not react to it? It was crossed in here from the wing area, and it was a really nice ball, but come on, goalkeeper, just put your hands up at least. Rubel, out on top, out on the wing. Can he get in a decent ball? And off the post, or the bar, sorry. And, well, Turkey again just missed another chance to extend their lead. And there we go. Turkey have beaten Albania by 2-1. That's another win in this campaign. And, well, we've been semi-decent in this. I don't want to be too harsh on Turkey. You know, it's good that we're winning games. It's just, obviously, there's some aspects that can improve. But, I mean, winning every single game in this video so far is a positive, obviously. And it'll be nice if we can win our last 2 games. Goalkeeper, man of the match again. So yeah, you know that the defence wasn't really doing an awful lot. So our second to last match is away from home against Moldova. The team that beat us in the last video. Will they be able to do it again? Or will Turkey get revenge? Moldova pressing, and oh, they almost score that one. In the early minutes of the game, Turkey are floundering against Moldova. Nihat crosses that in, and off the bar. Both sides have had decent chances in the first 10 minutes. They go for it, and it's saved again by our goalkeeper. Moldova are just, I don't know, they're just pretty decent on this. Turkey here. Into the box with Emre. It's blocked by Moldova. Block party here by Moldova. They're just not letting anything through. Crossed in by Moldova. and they go for it and it's caught again. They've had way more shots than us. They've been better than us on the ball. It really is a little bit concerning for Turkey because we're about to qualify for the Euros, of course, and well, we're going to be playing some of the top teams in Europe very soon. If we can't beat teams like Moldova and Kazakhstan convincingly, then what are we going to do in the actual tournament? I just can't believe that we're just getting outclassed by Moldova. There's lazy play all over the pitch from Turkey. Definitely not going to get out the group stage if, you know, we play like this. I mean, that pass was shocking. And again, we got lucky with the deflection. It's going to be a corner to Turkey, 70th minute without anything happening. Is there going to be anything here? Okay, goalkeeper flapped it, but we couldn't get the rebound. Well, that is probably the worst performance I've had since the other Moldova game. Turkey didn't do anything in that game. Moldova were better, but our goalkeeper kept us in it. It was just, again, an awful performance. Inconsistency with this game. Always beat bigger teams, but then draw or lose against these types of teams. You know, it's just, it is kind of frustrating, but we're at a point where we've actually already qualified. Goalkeeper got man of the match again. I think that's 3 in a row now, which is absolutely crazy. So our final game of qualification is against Sweden. Now, we have comfortably qualified. We are still like 8 points ahead of Bulgaria. And that's great. We've qualified, which is obviously what I really wanted to do. Obviously, going unbeaten for like 4 or 5 games really helped us. But yeah, this match will be sort of like a way to see if Turkey are still ready for the Euros. Even though we've already qualified, Sweden have qualified as well. And it'll be nice to see if we can beat them and see if we are truly ready for the tournament. Through ball, that's a great ball. Emre! No, it's saved, and well, that was a big chance for Turkey. Turkey are pressing with Altintop, crossed in, and yes! What a header! And that's 1-0 to Turkey, and that's Nihat. He's been so good in this campaign to score goals for us, and that is 1-0 to Turkey. Great cross, by the way, and finally a header actually flies into the back of the net properly. Great play by Turkey. Oh my goodness, what a goal. That's 2-0. And Altintop gets the second for Turkey against Sweden. And, well, Sweden are the group leaders. They've got so many players that are like silver star or gold star rating on their squad. And yet we're beating them 2-0. But again, my point stands that we couldn't beat Moldova. Here comes Alexanderson. Good header, and that's in. And I think that is Ibrahimovic. Yes, it is. With the goal to make it 2-1. Alright, well, Sweden have got one back. I mean, you know, it's Ibra. You're not really going to stop him from headering it in, are you? Good header. Altintop. That's a third. And Altintop has scored again. It's 3-1. And Turkey have done so well to really take this game to Sweden. I didn't expect this at all. I thought I'd struggle like crazy, but no, on the final day of qualifying, we could go top if we can score more goals against Sweden. Well, it's approaching the end of the game, and Turkey have done well to give this loss to Sweden when I didn't expect it. The last match against Moldova was a bit of an issue. Oh my goodness, Sweden, how did you not score that one to bring another goal back? But yeah, this is a good result, and does it show that we're ready for the Euros? I'm not entirely sure. It's a bit strange, this campaign. Like, struggled heavily against the minnows and then beat the bigger teams like comfortably. Bit odd, but hey, sometimes it's like that. And Turkey have qualified for Euro 2008. Thank goodness we did, because if I didn't, then I'd be getting absolutely like flamed for it in the comments. But there we go. Now we get to check out the groups and all the other qualifying groups and wrap the video up. Alright then, so these are the groups. Say like Group A is just a massive group of death there. Austria are so screwed. Look at that. In Group B we have Republic of Ireland, France, Switzerland and Sweden. In Group C we have England, Croatia, Greece and Portugal. And in our group we have Czech Republic, Romania and Spain. So cool. No minnows really qualified at all. No small team really, actually. It's all quite standard, to be fair. So even though we know who qualified, of course, I'm still going to go through the groups and see how it went down. Alright then, so qualification groups. So Italy in Group A won that one, unbeaten with 36 points. England came second with 35 points, only getting one loss more than Italy, of course. And then Cyprus were about like 12 points behind in the end. So the rest of the table didn't really live up to Italy and England in the end. In Group B, we have Portugal going through automatically, as did Germany. But Germany faced a little bit more of a battle to get that second place spot. Georgia were only 3 points behind, as were Estonia. Slovenia were 4 points behind as well. In Group C, we have the Netherlands qualifying perfect in that one, 32 points, unbeaten. Croatia qualify in second place. Israel almost got there, but they lose out by 2 points. And Norway finished behind Croatia by 5 points. In Group D, we have Republic of Ireland going through, top of that one, with the Czech Republic just finishing a point behind them, but they still qualify, obviously. Iceland finished 10 points behind the Czech Republic, and then the rest of them, again, not really close at all, to be fair, but yeah, well done, Republic of Ireland and Czech Republic there. In Group E, that's our group, and we actually snatched the top position away from Sweden in the end. Sweden were top all the way to the end until we beat them on the final day. So yeah, I'm really happy with that, coming top, of course. That's quite a special thing to do with any team, especially on this game. And Bulgaria, 10 points behind, not very close in the end, and the rest of the group not very close at all, but they made it difficult for us. Group F had France and Romania going through automatically, Wales missing out by 4 points, but the rest of the group weren't really that close in the end. Wales unfortunate enough to lose out by 4 points. And in the last group, we have Greece qualifying top of that group with 24 points, Spain qualifying in second place on goal difference by the looks of it, because Finland got the same amount of points but lost out obviously on goal difference, and Serbia were narrowly missing out by 1 point. And then the rest of the group, I mean, Northern Ireland were a little close, but San Marino and Bosnia didn't come close at all in the end. So that has been your qualification part with Turkey. Tune in next time where we actually see Turkey at the Euros and see if we can replicate their astonishing run like they did in real life. If you did enjoy this video today, then please give it a like and subscribe. Keep it loco as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.